Hola, buenos dias. So for this video, we're going to be looking at the preterite versus the imperfect, and to be more specific, verbs whose meaning change depending on whether or not you're using them in the preterite or imperfect. So this document, before I get going here, this document you're looking at, I'll make it available to you in the description of the video. You can click on the link, open up the document, and print it off if you want it for notes or what have you. So on the left-hand side of the page over here, we've got 7 verbs. Well, technically, I think we have 5 verbs, but two of them are being used in a negative fashion. And what happens is their meaning changes depending on whether or not you're using them in the preterite or the imperfect. So, for example, conocer in the preterite means to meet, whereas in the imperfect it means to know, like a place or a person. It's its usual meaning. Saber in the preterite is to find out. In the imperfect, it's to know again. So those are the different meanings. I'm going to give you some examples of each right now, so you can kind of see how they work. And you'll see the different meanings as we go along as well. So the first verb, conocer, for to meet in the preterite. These are some examples here. Conocí a tu maestro ayer. I met your teacher yesterday. And then in the imperfect, it means to know. Cuando Paco era niño, conocía muy bien a sus vecinos. So when Paco was a kid, he knew his neighbors really well. Saber in the preterite is to find out. Ella supo que hay 12 maestros en el departamento. So she found out that there are 2 teachers in the department. And then in the imperfect, meaning to know. Yo ya sabía que hay 2 maestros. I already knew there were 2 teachers. Or there are 2 teachers. Tener in the preterite is like to receive, like I got this for my birthday. So for example, para su cumpleaños, ella recibió un videojuego. For birthday, she got a video game. And then tener, to have in the imperfect. Cuando yo vivía en Florida, tenía 2 gatos. So when I lived in Florida, I had 2 cats. Let's keep going down with querer. In the preterite, it means to try. So el maestro quiso enseñarles la historia. The teacher wanted to teach them the story or the history. And just because you're trying it, it doesn't imply that the teacher was successful or not. You'd have to add that information into it. And then in the imperfect, it still means to want. So in la escuela secundaria, él siempre quería almorzar una torta. So in high school, he always wanted to eat a sandwich for lunch. Let's see, with querer again, but we're going to add that no on it. Sorry about the clicking. In the preterite, if you use no querer, it means to refuse. So, no quise hacer mi tarea. I refused to do my homework. And then in the imperfect, it just means to not want something. So, el año pasado, yo no quería hacer mi tarea. So last year, I didn't want to do my homework. Whether or not I did it, that's a different story. Move down just a tiny bit more. We have poder twice. So poder in the preterite, it means to try to do something and also that you were successful at it. So anoche, ella pudo andar en bicicleta. Last night, she tried and she was successful at riding her bike. And then the imperfect just means to be able to. A los 3 años, ellos podían andar en bicicleta. So at 3 years old, they were able to ride their bicycles. And then no poder, it's similar to the first preterite one, but you aren't successful. So if I say anteayer, ellos no pudieron terminar su trabajo. So the day before yesterday, they tried, but they weren't able to complete their work. And then in the imperfect, it just means to not be able to do something. Cuando era niño, nunca podía silbar. So when I was a kid, I was never able to whistle. So that's it for this video. If you have questions, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.